Today, I want to talk about mindset. If there's nothing else that you learn, if you don't learn anything practically, I promise you, the teaching on mindset will change your life forever. Hey, so my name is Everett Aaron. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, I want to talk about mindset. We want to talk about really how it affects the world around you. And not only affects you internally, but it really affects everyone you come into contact with. There's so many important things that we can talk about, but as I would travel around the United States and I would pour into different leaders and I would really try to take them to a higher level, what we would always come back to was mindset. Whenever I would talk to any of my sales associates when they were having a bad day or they weren't getting as many sales they wanted, we'd always come back to mindset before we go to technique. It's funny, this is a little bit of leadership training, but I would find that I would talk about techniques all the time and I would do things and I would kind of nitpick, right? I would nitpick on how people would sell because I knew that my way was the best way. The truth was that if someone has the right mindset, many of the technical things they'll do automatically. And the things that they don't do, they don't need because their mindset, their positivity, the emotion that they bring, their excitement, it overcompensates for what many would say are technical mistakes. And so your mindset is really the most important thing. If you just do something with having faith, having excitement, going after it, and you don't know the exact way to do it, I promise you, you will have success because you're just moving forward in faith. Mindset is what will get you to move forward. Many times we know exactly what to do, we know how to do it, but we don't do it because mindset is an issue. My background is sales, so I was a sales trainer. I took a location that was failing, they were gonna shut it down, to being one of the top locations and winning different awards multiple years in a row. And one thing that I would do when I would come in and I would see my sales reps is I would know immediately if they were off, if they were having a bad day. And so we would always talk about mindset. And this is a quote I want to read to you from a book managers read, and we would talk amongst ourselves. But this is a really powerful book, and I want to read you a quote. Research from the Heart Map Institute shows that when you have a feeling in your heart, it goes to every cell in your body, then outward. And other people up to 10 feet away can sense feelings transmitted by your heart. This means that each day you are broadcasting to your team how you feel. You are either broadcasting positive energy or negative energy, apathy or passion, indifference or purpose. Research from the Harvard University also supports that idea that the emotions you feel are contagious and affect the people around you. You see, your team is just as likely to catch your bad move as they are the swine flu. And on the flip side, they will catch your good mood as well. It's interesting because we know mindset is important. We know it's something that we should work on. But what do you do when you're going through a difficult situation? Even more than that, what happens when you wake up and you just don't feel like going to work? You just don't feel like doing the next thing that you know you should do. I want to give you one key that I used to use all the time. And really, it's in the power of words. I would drive to work and I really hated my job. I wanted to walk in my purpose. I knew God had created me more, but I needed to make a paycheck and I didn't have a plan to step out in faith. And so what I would do is I would just declare the exact feeling that I needed to feel. And so if I was driving to work and I was feeling sad, I would start to declare out my mouth. I would say, I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling blessed. I am an overcomer. I would start to speak these things, and how I felt, something would change on the inside of me and I would start to feel good. It's funny because you might say, I've tried that before, it doesn't work. Well, I promise you, you have to keep going until your feelings change. That's the purpose of it. And so you don't just say it once, you don't just say it twice, and what you don't do, you don't whisper it. I used to have times where I would literally yell to myself, I'm having an awesome day. This is gonna be an amazing day. I would have to yell that in the parking lot until I started to feel that I was gonna have an awesome day. And so I want to talk to you. Mindset is something that's extremely important, but your words, they have power to change your emotions.